Now, a computer, what does exactly a computer? Now, all this while we've just been learning about input, output, and process. Now, what exactly is a computer? Let's look into the details and dive deep into it. So, a computer is what? It is a device which is going to store the information. Store the information means, now in this case, when I type the letter H, it is going to store that, process it, and then give the output to you, right? As per the instructions. When I want to type something, it's going to store, process. Okay, I have detected the letter H. The next step is to show that output to the user. So input, process, and output. So likewise, computer is what? It is a device which is going to accept the input from the user, process it, and give the output or meaningful results. Now, according to a set of instructions. Now, instruction is what? It's one set of tasks that I give the computer to do, right, is nothing but an instruction. So here this it works in this way. You send in the information, computer is going to process it and give you the output. Now, next is, if I have to talk about what do you mean by a hardware. Hardware means what? Anything that can be felt. It's a device which can be felt and touched. Like for example, I have my computer. I touch, or let's say I have my phone. So I touch the screen of this. I can feel it. So what do you call this as? A hardware. Could you tell? So here, a hardware is what? Physical part of computer system, the parts that you can see and touch. Now here you could see, I could see a wire, there's a screen, right? Then I have the keys on the keyboard, I have the CPU, the motherboard inside it, right? These are all parts of the hardware. Next is software. It is a collection of instructions or a set of commands that you give or which can be run on a computer. Like for example, I want to type something, so I can use something called as tux typing, right? Mac is a software. Then again, Windows computer. Windows is the operating system itself is what? Software. So which lets me do a particular task. Okay. Now, I think this would be a little bit more. Will not get much deep into it. Yeah. So some of the input devices, I just want you to go through it. Which one have you used out of these, dear Anika? Anika? Yeah. Which of these devices have you used it?
Touch screen. Like,
Touch screen. All right. Have you heard about the or have you tried using the touchpad or the trackpad? This small little thing on your computer, on the laptop. Yeah,
I don't
dear.
know what that is. I
Okay.
don't know what that is actually.
Okay. Right now, are you using a laptop or is it the desktop?
Laptop.
A laptop, right? There's just below your keyboard. There's one small square patch like this, and the lower half is partitioned into two bits. You see that?
Oh yeah, I know what that.
Yeah, through which, yeah. So if you're not using a mouse, but instead, when you hover your finger onto that touchpad, you can see you are able to navigate
Yeah.
or move the cursor to
Oh
different
yeah,
places,
that is
right?
that.
So that's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
touchpad. Okay. Now
yeah.
there are two
Interesting.
buttons here at the bottom. The first one is the left click and the other one is for the right click. Okay. Now what exactly it is, we'll see in the upcoming classes, but for now I think so through this I'm giving an input to the user, right? Wherever I click, something's going to happen on my computer screen. So that's that stimulus, if I have to talk about, if I relate it to humans, will be done through the touchpad. Okay. The next one that you see is a touch screen. Now, could you tell me some of the uses of touch screen? Why do you use it?
You use a touch screen
Okay.
to.
All right. So I use touch screen probably if I have to write something, I have to draw, I have to open an application or an app on my phone, right? We generally prefer doing that. Then we can also, if you have a stylus, you can probably see this is the pen, or this is the writing pad. Whatever I'm trying to write over here gets drawn onto my screen, so that's why we use this graphics tablet, which is used to draw some graphics pictures, okay, or some animations. Next is some of the input devices that I really use. Even like right now, for example, if I'm using my headset, so here you can see the microphone. This is the microphone. Now, in this case, through which you give an input to the computer, right? Next, another one that we have is a scanner. Let's say I have my school, I have my photo, and I want to get it, I want to store it digitally on my computer. So if I have to store that picture on my computer, what will I do is I'll place my picture inside the scanner, I'll close it, I'll scan that image, and then you can see that the same image is shown up on the computer. That's the task of the scanner. Or you can scan any of the documents that you want. Next is joystick. Joystick is again an input device that is useful to you while playing games and so on, right? So these are some of the input devices that we have. Okay, so